How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 22 called Split Mountain Ranch. We're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads: Split Mountain Ranch is a beautiful farming and forestry map inspired in Montana. Check out the many aesthetic design features of the map, from a beautiful waterfall to a homemade bridge. This map has the following: 1 farm, 25 fields, 6 viable forestry plots, 100 collectibles, gas station, farmer's market, grocery store, grain sales south, oil production, bakery, spinnery, furniture production, Montana license plates, all base game animals, and some buildings. This map was created by Silver Eagle, Shanty Boys Map Creations, and is 214.5 megabytes to download. So if we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. And you can see we own quite a bit. We actually start out with farmlands number 1, 2, 34, and 35. The field prices do vary because you do have some small little plots here for 15,000. You got one for 23, 11. So not too bad to start out with. You can kind of build and grow as you need to. Biggest one I believe looks to be 17, 144,000. So, and let's take a look at a couple of forestry. You've got 255,000, 230. So you really do have the ability to kind of build up, and you can either do forestry to start out. I mean, here's a forestry plot right here that's only 74,000. Not too bad to start out with. So you are able to purchase all areas of the map, and if we take a look, we do start out with some animals. We have a pigsty, cow pasture, and sheep barn. There are contracts available for this map. There are no production chains to start out with, and there are collectibles, 100 to be precise. Now, regarding map-specific mods, we do not have anything under the buy menu, but under the build mode, you can see we have nothing under the buildings menu, so nothing under sheds, silos, silo extensions, containers, tools, or farmhouses. We do have under productions, though, and factories, a modified biogas plant, so something to look forward to there, but nothing under selling points, greenhouses, orchards, or generators. There's nothing under animals, no cows, horses, pigs, sheep, chickens, bees, or others. Under decorations, though, there's nothing under fences, nothing under lights, but under others, you can see here we do have a couple of street lamps that are modded into the map. And then lastly, under landscaping and painting, you do have a couple of additional textures here. And nothing under trees or... oh no, there are something under plants. I missed that one. Just double check. Huh. Yeah, so we do have a metal medium and metal short. So there are plants available. So we do start here at the starting farm. Let's take a look at our starting equipment. Under the buy menu, under owned items, under small tractors, we have a John Deere 6110M. Under trucks, we have an Anthem 6x4 MP7 425. Under harvesters, we have a Case Axleflow 7150. Cars, the Lizard Pickup 1986. Under trailers, we have the Load King Distinction Super B pull trailer, as well as the Distinction Super B lead trailer. We have the header for our case. We have under cultivators the Amazon Senio 4000 Super. And under seeders, the Pottinger Terraceme C6F. So not a ton of starting equipment to start out with. And now we go ahead and take a look around the farm. Starting with right here, we have a sleep trigger. Over here, we have our silo. Over here, we have a cow pasture where we can hold up to 15 cows. Water here. Feed here, milk right there. Then over here, We have our pigsty, where we can have up to 108 pigs. We do have a bit of storage way over here, and you can see right through the window there is a repair trigger. Let's go ahead and open this. So good amount of storage over here, and our case right over there. Now heading back in this direction. Right in front of me is a bale and pallet storage. This is one of the new updates that we recently got, where we can store all of our bales and pallets right in here. And then lastly, we have a sheep barn right here, where we can have up to 25 sheep. So from here, we're going to go ahead and hop in the truck, and we're going to take in some sights. So right here is our truck. Let's hop on in. We're just going to dive into the road right over here. We're going to start making our way around. So you can see the map. It does have some small undulations in this section of it. Nothing too dramatic until we start getting more towards the east side of the map, where you'll see some massive hills and mountains and pretty rugged terrain over on the east side of the map. On the west side is pretty flat and calm, actually. Alright, so right here, pull in. Here we have our spinnery for 60,000. You can purchase that. And oops, I forgot to do the inputs and outputs. Those are right around the corner, right here. Inputs and outputs. You have your bakery right here for 50,000. You can purchase that, and you have your, I believe your outputs are right here and your inputs are right here, but I don't see the marker, so that appears to be missing. But typically, because these are standard Giants Productions, I'm pretty sure they pop out right here, back here. And then lastly, on this little plot, you have your dairy for 70,000. You can purchase that. And you have your input right here and your output right there. So go and hop in the truck and go to our next point of interest. Alright, right here is the animal dealer. This is the spot where you can go and purchase your animals for your pens and pastures. As you can see, I've got a few options here that we've already discussed. Now, you can purchase them from this location, but you purchase them here directly, you're going to incur a delivery fee. What you need to do is, well, actually, let me kind of get ahead of myself. You can also purchase animals directly from the pens and pastures wherever you have them on your map. We've already shown the 3 that we have on the map already. We could have purchased them right from there. But if you bring an animal trailer to this location specifically, load directly into that trailer. It doesn't matter whether you lease or own it either. But you bring that trailer here, load directly into that trailer, and then deliver the animals yourself, you save on that delivery fee. And depending on what you're buying, it can get rather expensive real quick. So you take a look at cows here. The adults are $100 a cow. It's what, 15 cows? So that's $1,500. Is that right? Yeah, 1,500 to have them deliver all your cows. Actually, I can. Nope. Yeah, 1,500. I was right. So yeah, it's just you can save that money. You can either lease a trailer, buy a trailer. Like I said, doesn't matter, but it's a good way to save some money, and why pay for something that you can do for yourself? So now we've got a little ways to go, because we got to head all the way to the east side of the map, and you can start to see that undulation, that kind of terrain shift as we start to get here towards the east and more into this kind of forestry area. And you'll especially see it once we get around this curve right up here. There we go. Now we're starting to see those kind of spiky mountaintops, and from here we're going to keep following this around. Now, one thing I'll say is I feel like these roads are absolutely massive. And I don't know why. I don't know why they feel that way. I mean, they likely are. I mean, I'm driving the smaller of the two pickup trucks in the base game, but just felt huge. Right here, you have the sawmill you can purchase for $100,000. You have your output for your production right here, your input right here with your wood cell trigger right there. You have your output for your wood chips way over in the corner over there. And then lastly, you have your carpentry right here, which you can purchase for $60,000. Your input goes right here with another wood cell trigger, and your input, yeah, your input goes there. Your output right back here. So at this point, why don't we go ahead and take a look at the map and see what we've seen from this point. Okay, so we started here on the map, right here next to the farm. We took in all the points of interest right here around the farm. We then boogied out, and we kind of followed this road all the way around. We took in the spinnery, the dairy, the bakery. We then came down here. We saw the animal dealer, driving all the way down up this road here to this spot here where we saw the sawmill and the carpentry, and that catches us up where we are at right now. So leaving this area here, we need to continue on, make a right out of there, and we turn here. Up front we have a gas station to my left, and to my right we come in back here, we have our grocery mart sell point right there. So buy point for diesel and a sell point for whatever the grocery mart will take. And turn right. And again, we get another kind of, well, not even kind of, another really cool view coming up here right at this bridge. I kind of stopped and took a look at this. I thought this was kind of a cool little view. You can see the opening into the fields way in the distance over there. So around this corner, and now to my left is the grain and Feed and Grain South sell point. Directly in front of me, around the back side of this location, this is Johnson's Farmers Market. You have a loose grain point here and a kind of production slash bale point right there. And now, here we're going to make a right. Little farmhouse right there. Alright, and to my right, this is the grain mill. Here we go. You have your trigger right here. You can purchase this for $96,000. Your output is right there, and your input is just up here on this little crest here. I do like that little decoration right there. That's really nice. So now, do a little bit of two-tracking. We're just going to keep following this around until we get to our next point of interest. Road splits here. We want to make a left. You know, go as far into the grass as we possibly can, because why not? Keep heading in this direction. And now we are approaching our next point of interest. Right through the back entrance here, we have a repair trigger right here, and a shop trigger right there. Now you can see in the corner, right over there, is our semi-truck with our 2 trailers. So you're going to have to come up here to get it back to your farm. Right there you have your inputs and outputs for your oil mill. Well, not your oil mill, but an oil mill you can purchase for $80,000. Then it'll be yours. And now we are rapidly approaching our last point of interest. Come over here and jump right across the street. Up the hill, we have the biogas plant. And you can purchase this for $446,858. And that is the map. That is Split Mountain Ranch. Now it is time to render my opinion. What do I think of this map? And I'm going to be perfectly honest, as I try to do. I'm actually really disappointed with this map. Oh, wait a minute. That's... What is this over here? So this looks like just storage. Okay. So this is another purchasable farm that you can, or farmland that you can get. Looks like a bunch of little houses built on top of each other. Anyways, I'm a little disappointed with this map. It feels very empty. The color palette's nice. I do like that. But it's just... I don't feel like it has a good amount of... how do I want to put this? I feel like it's missing something. Like there's something that just isn't done with this map. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with the fact that a lot of the selling points and production areas and things like that are just so underwhelming, is unfortunately the best word I can think off the top of my head. Like, you look at that first set of production points we came to in the southwest portion of the map. We're actually getting ready to come up to it. Like, there's some areas, like right here, that are really stunning looking. It's actually very, very pretty. But then you get to the parts where you're going to be interacting with the most. Not necessarily doing the driving around like I'm doing here, but going into the production sites and building your bankrolls and stuff like that. Well, you get to these areas and it just feels lifeless, plunked down, and just really ho-hum. And I'm not saying any of this to be mean or anything. Like, I always try and preface that this is strictly constructive criticism. I'm trying to illustrate that, like, when you get to this area here, like, it just seems so wide open and so flat. No decorations in place. You've got the stock standard production points from Giants, so it's just, we've seen these, you know, millions of times in different maps, it feels like, and it just like you've got these three areas here, and they're just like boom, here you go, kind of deal. And I don't know, just if that area just seems very lifeless. This area coming up here, where the animal barn or animal dealer is, this also just feels like it's plunked down. It just doesn't feel like there's any kind of life to it almost. Like there's some of those maps where you have tons and tons of details put on the map, like a Zero Ito is a perfect example of there's always whatever map you're on, there's so much additional detail to it, but this one feels like the exact opposite. Like on one of Zero Ito's maps, you'll see alive cows and sheep and all that inside the pastures to kind of make it feel more alive, more lived in. And this one, like here, you've got this kind of farmhouse area that you can purchase on the map here, right down here for 39,000, almost 40 grand. But there's nothing here besides these two houses, so you can potentially blow them out if they're listed as placeables, which I think they are. But I mean, you've got so much area to build up, and I think it's because it's intended to be kind of more you build it yourself. It's almost like a forestry area where 90% of the forestry work has been done. That's almost what it feels like. Um, and unfortunately, I just feel like it kind of misses the mark. But like I said, I am super grateful to every single map maker, including the map makers for this map, who spend their time and effort to make this, because my opinion is not the end all be all. I will never claim it to be that. So this is just simply my opinion, and there may be people out there who agree with me, there may be people out there who disagree with me. And like I said, there are a lot of features on this map that I actually find very stunning. There, like this kind of road network right here. You've got the kind of berms on the right and the forestry to the left, and it feels like you're really out on some backcountry road, and it's nice. It's very, very nice. But then you get to the production areas, like I said before, the shops. Like the biogas area is actually really nice, and it's got kind of cool little key features. But like the shop area right here, where you have a production point right in the same complex as this, and it just feels like so wide open. And I get it. There's the ability to buy the land and to build it up and do things yourself, and that's most likely what the map maker was going for here, is to be able to buy and build up kind of thing. But it's just seems too much building in my opinion. But I do, like I said, I kind of got distracted there. I do appreciate map makers who just for building the map, they do something that I personally cannot do, and probably will never be able to do. I'm not creative in this sense to where I could sit down and make a map from scratch and do everything that's required to make it come alive, kind of thing. So this is a million times better than I could ever wish to do. But like I said, when it comes to a map that I would want to play, I would kind of walk past this one, unfortunately. But those are my opinions, and on a scale of 0 to 5, as I tend to give, I would give this one probably somewhere around a 2. It feels like there's a lot that's lacking from this map, and it's very kind of unfortunate. But those are my opinions, and I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. That shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.